for the Week 4 pregame show. The first Week 4 game of this week is the Patriots at the Buccaneers. A
hmm
uh, a 2-1 team versus a 1-2 team today. So yeah, let's talk about the Patriots first, the visiting Patriots.
hmm Um, they, I think they're probably favored to win today just because they just beat the Broncos and the Bucks just lost by like 50 points last week. And I don't know what the Bucks are gonna do, but I think the Patriots know what they need. I think Jason was kind of like they're missing piece, and I think their team's so.
Yeah, the Patriots last week traded for Jason from the 49ers, and obviously that was the main reason why they won last week. Without him, they might have not even won that game because Jason had like three wide open touchdowns, so that helped them a
hmm
lot. So yeah, I just think the last time these teams met was in the preseason, and then it went into overtime. But I just think this is a different Patriots team, and the Bucks have obviously not gotten better. They benched
Yeah, if
Lucas,
anything, they've
and
gotten worse.
yeah, Badger will be starting today at quarterback. Lucas, we don't know where he'll be at today, but yeah, the Patriots defense looked pretty good last week. Bubby, who's been struggling at corner this season, had a big game last week. He had a pick six at the start of the second half, so that really turned the
hmm
momentum for them. That helped them win. And then Bubby at quarterback though did get sacked a lot last week, so to win this game, he's gonna not have to get sacked like that. But he did have a lot of clutch third down, fourth down passes.
Yeah.
And then now let's talk about the Buccaneers last week, who faced the Dolphins right here in Tampa
Mm.
and let up 70 like 5 points last week, and it was a shit show. Lucas was the starter of that game. He threw a pick. He had two picks and a touchdown. He just didn't look like himself like he did in week 1 and week 2. The thing with Lucas, he's just he can make good shots. It's just he's not consistent, and his he just wasn't consistent last game, and it was his worst game so far. And Coach
Yeah. I
Marbo
don't
did
think he had a
say,
passing touchdown that game.
actually, oh never mind, I thought he did. Yeah, he threw an interception to the killer, and then threw an interception down in Buccaneer
Threw him to
territory.
me, fish on, or killer me and fish.
Oh wow. So yeah, just Lucas, obviously, Marbo announced that Lucas is not the quarterback this week, but I wouldn't say he's not like I don't think it's the end of his quarterback career in the MFL. I think he could get another shot this season if Marbo just sees Badger isn't doing well, might just try Lucas again, but for now this is Badger's team and Lucas will be playing
hmm
wide receiver or whatever. So, what do the
Yeah.
Buccaneers got to do to secure a win today?
Um, I think they just need to kind of fix. I just think they need to fix everything. Like I don't think their roster is really up. Like I don't know. I don't think they really drafted amazing. And then on top of that, I don't think they just have a good starting lineup. Like I think Jim should be QB and Badger should be wide receiver because I think it's definitely going to be a bigger difference from Badger shooting to Jim than Jim shooting to Badger. I think Badger and Jim are about even in QB skills, but Badgers definitely has looked to be a better wide receiver. So I don't know, but I think also their defense is lacking a lot, especially if Drew isn't here since he's their MLB. That's going to be tough. And then Jim looks like he's the only really solid corner on the team. They don't have a second CB there. So I don't know. I just think everything needs to be fixed.
Yeah, going into this season, every team had a pretty solid draft it from the looks of it, but we thought the Bucks had one of the worst drafts just because I mean, there was better quarterback options at the third overall pick, and then they just didn't really build a solid roster. 49ers,
Mm,
we didn't know if they would be good or bad because there was all new people, but now obviously they've had the worst draft, I would say, than the Bucks,
yeah.
but the Bucks just didn't have a good draft, so this is just showing in the season. And was really confident this season, saying they were the best team, which I get why he's saying that, but yeah, it
Hmm.
just kind of,
Looks like Lucas is playing MLB.
yeah. All right, so who is your MVP for both teams today?
I think if the Bucks have some magical way of winning, then it's probably gonna be Badger since he's QB. Seems like he'll lead the team. Um, but I think if it's like anyone like game wise that probably gets it, it would probably be Jim. I think he's the only really solid member on defense, and I'm pretty sure he's probably going to be starting wide receiver this game. I'm pretty sure wide receiver one or two, because they don't really have many people now that Badgers QB to be that wide receiver position. So I think if it's anything game wise, it's probably going to be Jim. Like he might get a pick or something to definitely turn the game around. But I think if Badger just kind of plays an average game, he might get it just because he's the leader of the team, it looks like. And then for Patriots, I'd probably say it's gonna be Jason just because Jason has performed good against good quarterbacks, and I don't think Badger's gonna prove himself to be one of the greats. So I'm pretty sure Jason's gonna get a lot of good stats on MLB, and he's definitely gonna get a lot of passes and touchdowns.
Yeah, for the Buccaneers, I'm gonna go with Jim. I think he's the best player on this team. On
Hmm.
defense, he's been locked down. He's gonna have a tough matchup against Jason today, if that's who he's guarding. And he's just the leader on this team. He needs Obviously the season's not gone as planned so far, but they are not out of it. They're 1-2 and could easily get the fourth seed still tonight with a win and a Broncos loss. So just
Hmm.
depending how things go, they're not out of it. But if they lose tonight, pull to dig out of going into week 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the Patriots, I'm gonna go Jason. I just think he's gonna have a field day today. He's obviously a top receiver in the league with Bubby. He's just gonna be he's gonna have a good game.
Yeah, they have that good connection, especially since season two or three, they were on a team together. They've been
Yeah,
good
then
together.
who do you think? What's the score prediction?
I said that the score prediction, I said my score prediction for the game was going to be 47 to 25, Pats win.
Ooh, all right. I think it's gonna be 50 something. We're in the 50s Patriots, and I think the Bucks only score like in the 20s. It'll be garbage time touchdowns too. I think they're gonna have a couple. I think they might throw a couple picks. They're gonna have a couple turnover on downs. I just don't see it being a good day for this offense because Badgers
Yeah,
inexperienced and it's week 4. It's not really time to be experimenting with quarterbacks, but they're still not out
yeah,
of it. So I wouldn't give
yeah.
up if I'm the Bucks.
I don't know if Pats get 50 just because, like, even during the Dolphins game, it literally looks like their receivers really run like flipping 20 blocks out, and then Badger backs up like 30 blocks. So I think they're just gonna waste a lot of game clock, and they got to fourth down a lot. So there's definitely gonna be turnovers.
True, 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 true. All right, the game starts in about like 8 minutes, so we'll see you there. Do you like my profile pic?